Rachel Bradley, and this is the Armageddon update. And I need a vacation. I know we're in the middle of a global pandemic, but I am desperate for a cool breeze, some tasty waves, so I'll be fine. I mean, we're in a global pandemic, depending on who you're asking. One side sees masses of dead bodies as a problem. The other side sees it as a distraction. Oh, look, I found a penny! I want to go somewhere where I can wake up and be handed my coffee. Thanks, new dad. And roll onto the beach in an annoyingly coordinated ensemble, where I will then proceed to never move again, except to lift my purple drink to my lips, also handed to me. Thanks, Aunt Kathy. And occasionally flop into a tube with said purple drink and float for hours until my BAC becomes fractions instead of a decimal. On vacation, my alcohol content frankly hovers around pi. I want to be with my family because although some of them are arguably mentally disabled, Trump supporters, they're my family. I had a great aunt. Her name was Janice, who at the time was called mentally retarded. You don't even want to know what they called Janice's black friend missing a leg who had Down syndrome. Wow. And Janice peeled and ate sticks of margarine when no one was looking, and I'm sure even she would make better choices than these idiots. But they're my family, and some of them really make good coffee and purple drinks. Besides, having Southern relatives is like being around cute little racist and sexist keepsakes. Grandma's a little hate hummel. The world seems really hard right now, but there are little things that we can do to survive it, other than vodka and purple drinks and wine and tequila and Xanax. We can get together with the people that we love and the people they married. A friend of mine told me once when I was agonizing over how I could still have a relationship with family members that support this administration, even after all the horror. She said that Trump has taken so much from us already. Was I willing to let him take my family from me too? So I decided that made perfect sense. For 7 of them. The other 5 make boxes of rocks look like PhD candidates. And I'm going on vacation. I'm not going to hide and live in fear except fear of amputees, bad grammar, magicians, and white rice. As FDR once said, the only thing we have to fear is that our mute button is broken and people we're talking to on the phone are actually listening to us go to the bathroom. Something like that. So I'm going to suit up in a mask and matching face shields with my fellow idiot best buddy and head to North Carolina because our lives are not on pause. We can still make memories. We can still be there for others that need us, and we can still hold the record for 7 years straight for drinking the most purple drink before 10 a.m. I'm Rachel Bradley, and this is the Armageddon update.
Hey everybody, Christopher Titus Podcast. Hi, we are up to our ass in alligators, as my dad would say, or ass deep to a 40-foot Indian. And we're going like a scalded ass ape. A lot of my dad's sayings had to do with asses and apes. With me, as always, the lovely Bombshell Ray.
What do those even mean? What's up, people?
I don't know. Ass deep to a 40-foot Indian.
Think about that. That doesn't make...
We can explain it. Let me introduce the Hylinder. And with me, as always, the Hylinder.
There could be only one.
Yes. So,
although he wishes there were more because he's too busy.
Your mic's probably blocking you, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah. You're not that tall. No, you lower it. So
is it 2 times?
Ass deep to a 40-foot Indian. I guess shows you're in shit ass deep to a 40-foot Indian, which would be 20 feet deep of shit, right? Listen, I'm going to sit down with a Cliff Notes version of my dad's sayings to try to figure them out.
What were some other ones?
Going like a scalded ass ape, which I don't even know.
Scalded ass?
Scalded ass ape. That's what he would say.
Burnt?
Yeah, burnt. Like, and so, and Hylinder and I have been going like a scalded ass ape, as have you, with this project we're doing.
Yeah, notice how he had to add me.
I don't like calling you a scalded ass ape.
That's called being a woman.
I think that might come back to me later. We were just having an whose fault
2 months from now. And you called me a scalded ass ape.
Exactly, in the middle of a fight. You know what you did on the podcast in front of people? So
you're so full
pull
of
up
it.
YouTube.
let's
full of it.
Yeah, because we have to remember. You can play it. Just going like it's your.
I never called you that.
Yeah. No. I actually said you're not a scalded ass ape. Take that. Good.
You're boring me.
Welcome to the club.
You can't back at you insult. This is where
I bore a lot of people. I bore way more people than you.
Hold on. Okay.
So Your Armageddon update, I want to say, was disjointed and wild.
You
and I
haven't
liked
even heard it. Just be honest. He's pretending that I've already done it so that he can insult it, but he hasn't even heard it yet because for the first time ever, we didn't record the Armageddon update
I'm sure
yet.
it's awesome.
You have no idea what's it about.
What is it about?
Exactly.
Oh, my God.
I'm not even really sure. I started typing it about vacation, but
Yay, next week vacation.
Yeah, and it's because yesterday I'm just tired, and you're tired, Ken's tired, but I just yesterday called you and said, I think I'm going to cry. I'm that tired. No sleep. I'm in the middle of the kitchen with things just piled around me, and you just get to this point where nothing's making sense anymore, and you're making mistakes, and you can't remember things, and you keep thinking, I'm really smart usually, and then you're sad about that too. And we're all kind of overly exhausted, so I wrote the Armageddon update talking about vacation. And I'm not even, it's like I hadn't slept, is my point. Oh, and we were fasting yesterday. And so I was super confused. And I read it today like, okay, Dan.
So last night, I fasted for 20 hours. Can I tell you something about fasting, by the way? The Hylinder talked to me about fasting. I got to say, fasting works like a muh. Everything you've tried, okay, I know it sounds weird and tough. Everything you've tried to lose weight doesn't work. Guess what works? Not eating a lot of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
But here's the weird thing: is everybody thinks anything. I'm gonna lose muscle. I'm gonna lose my body. I'm gonna lose everything. Lose my mind. I will say, last night at the end of my 24-hour fast, and I was like maybe 18 hours into it, I did get a little Alzheimer-y.
Yeah.
Like my words started to blend into other words.
But that could be because
I was inventing words. Let's just say that. As we we're in bed talking, and she finally just said, "Could you speak English?" Because I was reading something.
is that from fasting though? I don't know.
And what did I say to you? I made up two different words. Yeah, for sure from calorie deficit. I was going to say defiction.
Well, your brain runs. Your brain runs on glucose.
I still haven't eaten. I had green juice.
Really?
Yeah, I still haven't. I had green juice, but I have to put on a bikini. So
me too. That's
nobody wants to see that.
Me too.
I'm actually just, you know how like the doctors in the PPE, they've started carrying pictures of themselves on a lanyard around their neck so that patients can see.
Yeah.
I'm going to wear PPE and put a picture of myself in a bikini 5 years ago around my neck, and that's how I'm going to spend vacation.
I'm putting my head on a bodybuilder and I'm going to wear that. This is me, guys. under this PPE and my mask is this guy. So I fasted. It's the first day we fasted. Wait, did I talk about this before? The 3 days? Have we talked?
The 72. Yeah.
Did I talk about it on the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. Did.
But that was your first fast,
right?
You did a 72-hour fast for your first time.
Because I'm insane.
That's amazing.
I leap in. I'm like a guy like, if I'm gonna jump off a cliff into a lake. Did you guys check for rocks? Nope. Like I'm that
I did
guy.
at the bottom with my head.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing that now. Oh. So I did the 72-hour fast. It was intense. It was more like a. What's the word I'm looking for? Like it was like an extreme. If I could do it, it was more. I think
like a challenge.
I think it was more willpower for me than it was worried about the weight. I was glad that was the bonus. So then I did a 1 day. I did a 1 day, and here's what it taught me. It taught me that I have the willpower to not eat. People, we don't even understand. Here's the weird part. Do you understand how much we have food all the time? Like there's always something to grab. There's always some sort of snack. At the checkout thing in line, there's a rack of chips and candy.
This is what fasting does make you notice that.
Yes, all the time.
Because you are depriving yourself of food in general, so you really notice food everywhere. It's like when I was training for fitness shows, you notice all food at all times everywhere, but you also notice how often you just grab something.
You're so trained to do it.
Yeah, like a bar or nuts, and even that's not bad. You think, well, I eat healthy. We do. We don't keep potato chips and think this is your thing today.
I just don't want to block you. Too much pretty to block any of it.
So it does, even just little things like that though, like nut bags that are high in fat, you don't realize how you just sort of graze on that in between your meals, and so this helps you notice
that. So if you figure you do it 3 times a day, that's between 600 and 900 calories.
You don't notice
extra,
it, and it adds up. Yes.
Extra.
Yeah.
And we're used to it. And Ken and Hylinder and I were talking today about how we're even trained, like the way they train you. Like they train you to, hey, every 3 hours, you got to eat every 3 hours. You know, hey, get on this thing. A lot of carbs, carb diet, the protein diet, the this diet, the that diet. Those aren't diets. You're still eating food. You know what's a diet? Fasting.
Yeah.
That's a diet. So yesterday I've done 24 hours twice now. and not in a row, because that would be 48 hours. Math. And I did it I did it once a week for the last 2 weeks. And I have to be honest with you, it was not hard. Every time I was hungry, all I did was grab a liter of water and downed it. Next, I was fine.
Yep.
My body, the second time I noticed, you said this earlier, is that my body knew what I was doing. Like it didn't.
Yeah.
Like the first
it'll
time
kick into gear.
The first time,
the second time.
Yeah, there was a panic.
Yeah,
my body was like, "Hey, bro,
Yeah,
whoa. Yeah. Did Armageddon start? What are we doing? Go to Costco.
Where are my snacks?
Yeah, exactly. And then this time it wasn't. It was like I just told, and I was fine, dude. I woke up this morning, waited to 10 o'clock, which is my 24-hour point, and I was done. And I'm down 10 pounds and I've only fasted 3 times in like 3 weeks.
I wish that somebody told me this
10
years
pounds.
ago.
I was 197, now I'm 187.
If you trim your eyebrows, you'll be down
2 more pounds. I know.
Jeez. Oh, I'm in your head.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that is
I think I'm just gonna
craziness.
I just think I'm gonna get a perm.
Oh my God.
Just do a perm with them.
No.
Just little Jew brows.
They would really look like pubic hair then.
Or fro brows. I get fro brows.
Who's the newscaster with the giant Andy Rooney? Is that who it is?
Oh,
Andy.
yeah.
Hi, everybody. I'm Andy Rooney. Have you ever tried
Combs them up.
fasting? Guess what happens? Stuff comes out of your colon like you've never seen.
Do
I did a
Andy
60
Rooney,
minutes.
Dennis.
No. Hi, everybody. This is Andy Rooney Dennis. You ever notice how some people are know-it-alls? And they're not, because I know it all. I'm Andy Rooney Dennis, and this is 60 Minutes. You guys are, I don't get the Dennis thing. You guys are so weird about
That
Dennis.
was a great one. That was a good
That
combo.
worked. There you go.
It's so good.
So, guys, here's what I'm going to say about fasting. Only because I learned it. I don't know why. Listen. We're just trying to look for subject matter today because we are so deep into this Titus Reunion Show. It's insane.
Yes, we are drowning.
Drowning.
Here's what you do. Set a goal. Now, because you said go do 18 hours, 12 hours, it doesn't feel bad. Sometimes I could go 12 hours with just not eating. I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
Set a goal of 24 hours. Now, here's what I did so it was easier. And you tell me, I don't like to start the night before because then I'm already hungry when I wake up. So what I do is I have breakfast one day. I'm done by 8, 9 or 10.
Yep.
And then and I mark it. It's like I'm done eating, I mark it. And then I go 24 hours without it. And as long as I drank water, I get hungry, water, gone.
Yeah, you don't feel it.
And
That's a
my
myth.
brain, and you know what my brain, so I read a big thing on last night. Your brain sharpens up. You think that it's going to go after your muscle. It'll start burning muscle. It doesn't. It burns fat.
No, your growth hormone jumps up.
Yeah, your HGH goes.
Yeah.
They said they did a study with like 11 different guys, small scientific study, but 11 different guys, and every single one of them, their HGH levels doubled when they were fasting.
Yeah.
So your body gets used to it. And it makes sense. Here's the thing. So as human beings, we used to not have food all the time.
Right.
There wasn't 7-Eleven.
Back in the hunter-gatherer days,
Yes, and
we
there
had to
wasn't-
spend a day or 2 or 3 hunting a gazelle.
planning. We had to plan some
Yeah.
shit, and then for 48 hours,
You
track
might not
some,
eat.
right, or get eaten.
Right.
See, so your HGH needed to be up so you could either kill it or
Yep.
run from it.
Yep.
Right. So what happens is when you cut your food down, your body goes into survival mode a little bit and starts going, all right, we got to go find food. Let's make him stronger.
Well, that, and we were only back then in fight or flight when we had to fight or flight. Whereas now, with stress levels and caffeine levels and technology levels, the stress of most, especially in America.
Rent levels, bank account levels. Ooh,
Yeah, especially in this
COVID levels.
administration. Yeah, and so
moronic levels in the White House.
that's when I really noticed a difference for me. Is like I had just gotten back from the holistic healing place and
Ojai, by the way, great place to go.
Super. I mean, I lost like 15 pounds there or some 2 weeks, but when I came back and I stayed off, I wasn't hungry a lot. I just ate a little bit, mostly raw, and then Mom got sick. And that's when I noticed a change.
And then we started buying scotch by the boatload.
Oh, God.
We were importers. At one point, we were literally listed as scotch importers.
Oh, we bought out one brand. The place kept ordering more for us. Mortlock 18, if you can still find it. Probably not, because we drank it all.
When someone you love is passing, you don't give a F. I didn't care how much it cost. We were just, and you were drinking it in your coffee in the morning. Grief is a alcohol fuel, man.
My stepfather and he would say, "Are you ready for your special coffee?" And I'd have one regular, and then I needed the special coffee. We'd have special coffee until 2, and he'd say, "Is it time to take it out of the coffee now? And I'd say, yeah. And then that's how you deal with pure trauma
Yeah.
happening right in front of you.
Right.
I actually got to, the podcast is released today. It's called Whiskey Women.
Right.
And I got to be on this podcast. I think I told this story with Stephanie McLeod, who's in Glasgow. And she, for 2 years now, first woman ever, but for 2 years in a row, she has been the master blender. She works at Dewar's.
Is she one of the first women master blenders?
She is.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and the first woman to ever win, and now she's taken it 2 years in a row. And she's really cool.
It's
and I
great.
got to be drunk with an excuse for work. It's for work at 10 a.m.
Yeah, 10 a.m. at the cabin. She's downstairs on the phone, drinking hard.
And the first day didn't go. I think I told this story. And
that's
so
right. It
I
was 2
came
days
up
in a row.
really drunk at 10:30, and he was still asleep.
So that podcast is scheduled again.
She's like, I want to talk. What are we doing? Let's talk. What are we doing? I'm like, I want coffee. No, your coffee. What do you want in it? Nothing. You want special
and then I
coffee?
had to do
No.
it again Monday morning again, and awesome.
Conveniently.
But I got to tell her that story about Mortlock, and when I said Mortlock 18, she went, "Oh."
Oh, she liked it.
Oh yeah, it was sort of like, all right, girl,
You're legit.
you cool.
You're
Because you
legit.
don't hear that one a lot. You
Right.
know, it's not the Macallan. It's that was some good stuff. But
Well, you should
anyway.
not yearn for alcohol that much. That's another thing I stopped. I cut down my alcohol to like only when it's special occasions instead of Monday, Tuesday. And-
Just
time,
occasions.
Time during
Yeah.
time. I used to drink
Right.
during time, and now it's just special occasion. It's if the second hand was moving, it's time to
Right,
drink.
it's time to drink. Yeah.
So not that it was bad, but
Well, that's what you just said is bad.
between that and the
pretty bad.
fasting, my brain sharpened up. So I read this article on fasting last night. Your brain sharpens up because it makes you focus because you have to. If your body goes into
Oh, goody, you more focused. Oh, goody.
well, that's why you have to give me scotch, and then I'll tone it down.
Even it out.
Or
Yeah.
a coloring book.
Color. There you go. Good. I'm in the lines this time. It's awesome. I got into the lines.
Can you do the man with no name?
No,
Okay.
I'm not doing. We've already done. Andy Rooney Dennis was like it was honestly a gem,
It
and
was
we
a
don't want to
gem.
we don't want to beat
All
it.
right.
Your brain sharpens up. Your HGH levels go up. There was another thing. Your immune system cranks. Your immune system starts cranking because it has to
Metabolism
protect
goes
you.
up. Did
Your
you mention that?
metabolism
Yeah.
goes up. Everything that they say you have to do in the gym, full out, working out, this much protein, this many grams. All you got to do is just go. Nah, I'm gonna fast.
Yeah.
So I'm currently I'm on right now. I'm on once a week for 24 hours. I'm fasting once a week for 24 hours. And then I'm going to Burger King and Kentucky Fried Chicken.
No.
To break it. Nice.
will-
All right.
Exactly.
We will
Get
make
protein in
up
a carb.
for it next week.
Yes,
Grandma
on
is
vacation.
actually texting me right now. That's who's texting me. She's asking me what I want to eat Saturday after we land and get there. I can get enchilada casserole or shrimp and grits with andouille sausage.
You know, that's the other thing. It's when you're fasting, your metabolism goes up when you break your fast. So if you want to have a cheat meal every now and then,
it
you
doesn't
can-
matter as
it's-
much. Yeah,
it's not even
you
gonna
don't notice
register.
it so much. Yeah.
So that's what happens.
We're gonna have a cheat meals.
Cheat meals.
We have a cheat week.
Cheat week.
It's a cheat week.
Cheat
Yeah,
week.
It's a vacation cheat week. You too. You're going to be on vacation too. By the way, guys, we weren't around last week. Here's why. I don't. This won't be out until we'll already have aired this, right? This is not going to be out unless we stop everything.
Unless we
we're
stop
doing.
everything we're doing.
Yeah.
and hit the
but
button.
you know,
the
if
audio will be out.
Yeah, we can put the audio out.
Audio out, and if you can load it, I can edit it. If I can just go bang
'Cause
bang
now
bang.
you're-
Because I'm the good
you're
now. I
here.
actually
now
well.
he's so focused. He's
Well, here's-
editing.
Right.
Here's how desperate we got. Hylinder turned over editing to me at one point because he has so much else to do. We're doing the Titus Reunion Special, 20th anniversary of Titus and the Titus Show. I got Stacy Keach, Cynthia Watros, David Shatra, Zach Ward. We're all going to be here on Friday night, 6 o'clock. You guys can get your tickets at titusreunion.eventbrite.com. Go there or go to christophertitus.com, or you can go to combustionlive.com. All three places have a link to get tickets, right?
Yep.
Right.
Good. And for $10,
Combustionlive.com.
what did I say?
You're clustering a little bit.
Is that a fasting thing?
No, Tony
Cluster
Horton
your
told
eating?
him that.
Oh.
Speaking of fasting, Tony
Oh.
Horton
Smart
said,
people.
Yep.
Their brains are going too fast, and they speak.
I don't think he said
badly.
smart people. I think you added that part.
I did add that part.
But I like it.
Thank you.
You are smart.
My brain is faster than my mouth.
He is really smart.
Yeah.
My daddy.
See how it makes
Daddy,
him
you were wrong.
uncomfortable? He just shuts down. You're very smart.
Thank you. So we're
How
doing.
do you feel about where we are
Where we are
for the
Well, let's talk about the shoot,
live
too.
stream?
where we are, I feel
Fearful.
You look a little,
little pale.
you know, like in the
More
horror
pale?
movies where the first time the girl sees the thing go behind her in the mirror. That's kind of how
Yeah.
you
So- so
look.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I look at. So I show up today and I go, "What's wrong?" He goes, "Nothing,
Headlights.
we're good. Nothing's wrong."
That's good.
I'm like, "Uh-huh."
We're good.
It's so funny because guys, we shot a whole. I wrote a script. The show's going to be longer than the normal show. It's going to be about.
I think it's about 2, right?
It's almost
two episodes.
Well, not really, because it's funny, but it's about 34 minutes. It's going to be at 34 minutes, which is 10 minutes longer than we usually would do.
Yeah.
The Titus show. But it's the end. It's the last episode. It's the final
Right.
episode that I never got to do. So I wrote the script, sent it to Stacey Keach, and Keach is like, "Of course I'll do it. This is great. Let's do this."
Do Zach doing Stacy.
If I can't, Zach's voice is so loud. Titus, this is awesome. Anyway, so Stacey, great, you're gonna do it. I sent it to Cynthia, I sent it to Zach, I sent it to David Chatraw. They all read it. Yes, we want to do it. Stacey goes, "We'll do it when COVID's over." I'm like, "No, the whole point is COVID."
Are you going to give it away?
Nope. His wife said no, he can't come to the studio.
Yep.
So it's over. It's done. We're done. We're not doing it. And I'm like, "Oh man."
Yeah.
And I called Zach. And
You're going to do it again. All right. Go
have I
ahead.
told this already?
No, you keep saying it was. Okay, go ahead. Right.
I told Zach gave me an idea, and I rewrote an entire script, and
Hear you.
it's awesome. What?
Go ahead. I'll tell it after so that we don't give anything away.
No, I'm not going to give anything away. And it made the script so much funnier, and Stacey's here the whole time, and it's awesome, isn't it?
When they hear this, it will be live streaming that day.
Right.
So
So we don't want to give it
we don't want to give it away. No,
We're not
but
giving it away. No.
Yeah.
Only got a
No,
couple
no.
hours before
Yeah.
they can.
Yeah, it'll be a couple hours. So they're getting us at 3 a.m. in the morning on the East Coast, 6 a.m. on the West Coast. Tonight, guy, in 12 hours, you'll see what we did. It is
Yep.
awesome. And Zach Ward is stupid funny in this.
Yeah.
He
And-
really,
Irritatingly. Like, really, dude?
yeah, he was great. David was great.
Chatra, Cynthia killed it.
Yeah, everybody I
Yeah,
thought
they're
was
so
really
good.
great.
Cynthia
Ken, the
Cynthia had a
Highlander,
heavy
had a
lift.
brief.
Highlander's in it.
Yeah.
Highlander's in it a couple times, but Cynthia had a heavy lift with this one. She had a heavy lift and
Yep.
she pulled it off. It was
Yep.
awesome. It's awesome.
It was nice to see you guys all back together again and to watch the chemistry come back.
Yeah.
First couple takes, it was like, okay,
Zach was-
bonk, thud. What? No.
Yeah.
And then
True.
all of a sudden, you guys just fell
Yeah.
into it, and it was like, oh, there they are.
Yeah, you get it. Like, oh, I see how this
Daves were
worked.
timed right. Dave,
Yeah.
they were
Yeah,
timed exactly
yeah.
right. Zach, there was one scene. You'll see it. There's one scene that Zach turned on, and it was like the third scene in, and everybody realized that Zach was now Dave
Yep.
again.
Yep.
Yeah.
And when he just
Yeah.
started yelling, I was like, oh, there he
Yeah.
is. Oh, I love this guy.
Yep.
So, guys, it's really funny. Keach drops bombs.
Yes.
Keach drops bombs throughout
every
this.
line. I was crying laughing.
So people, do me a favor. Get tickets to the show. It's $10. Listen, let's point it out this way. $10. The actors are getting paid. Here's the thing. If you go to a comedy club, and which you can't do right now, unless you want to go to Florida, and then you're gonna die. If you go to a comedy club, it's $25 a ticket. Then you got to pay for drinks, $20 a piece, 2 drinks, 2 drinks a person, and then you got to pay for parking, and then you got to pay for the DUI on the way home. Right? That's like $1 grand.
Just
So
work that
so
into it.
for
Mhm.
$10, you can actually get your buddies in the house, everybody, for only one access code. You'll watch the whole show. You could all
Yep.
drink, laugh about the show, and we're going to show a couple episodes. We're going to show the blooper reel from the original Titus. We're going to show the
I
blooper
can't
reel.
wait to see that. I don't think I've seen that before.
It's pretty funny. There's some.
I know
jokes.
we have it, but I'm going to wait till that night.
Do you know who was on the show? It's crazy when you think about it. Leno was on the show.
Yeah.
Leno guested. Ed Begley Jr. guested.
Frankie Muniz.
Frankie
Octavia
Muniz, Octavia Spencer, Francis
Hyde Pierce was
Fisher,
on there.
David Hyde Pierce was on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
David Hyde Pierce was on. God, we had so many people on the show. So Fetus is putting together a video of that to show during the thing.
Oh, he is, of the guest stars and stuff. Cool.
Yeah, and we'll do a compilation of that.
Also,
And-
Stuntman Tommy is back.
Stunt-
He's been so awesome through all of this.
Oh, yeah,
Just
this-
fell
this-
right back into
Yeah, he's a rock
his
star.
rhythm with Titus.
so we had.
They have such a history together.
So the place, you guys don't even know, the Combustion Lounge, what we're in right now, was destroyed. We built an entire set. If you look over behind Hylinder right now, there's a scene on his camera. Say something, Hylinder, so they know it's you.
It's me.
Right, see,
Hi.
See, we built the
Look at
car
that.
shop from Titus. We built the car shop from Titus, and I got to tell you, this place was shredded yesterday after filming
Yeah.
a full episode of television. And you know what's cool we did that I didn't think we'd do? I kept thinking this was going to be some... I never want anything to be some YouTube crap. I just don't.
Right.
I want it to look
Right.
like... I want it to look like if they wanted to, Fox could have put this episode
This is
on.
a legit episode.
I was
Yes.
shocked.
It's like, I know we're working on it now, but I feel like it's one of the best ones.
Yeah,
ever.
well, we'll see. I got to tighten it up.
So
Don't you
back
think?
to how do
Don't
you
you think?
feel about where we are right now?
I feel it's a combination of proud
Okay.
and energized and excited that it's that
And shitting your pants.
and also shitting my pants.
Yeah, me
because we
too.
still have a ton to do.
Yeah.
But it's gonna get done, and with this light at the end of the tunnel, it's
you
it's
sure?
awesome.
And the
Did
It's
you
awesome.
start to see light today?
Yeah, the flashback. Well, yesterday.
You
the
can't
flashbacks-
even say
the
that.
flashbacks, because he knows I'm stressed.
He's a
I
wreck.
walk in like, we're fucked. That's how I walk in the door. And
Yes.
And the day he said something, we got done with it, and he goes, hey man, we got plenty of time. Shut
No,
the fuck
no,
up.
I
I'm
didn't
like,
say
"Yeah."
it. No, I
What?
said, and I still feel like that. I'm not stressed like I was for shooting. I'm stressed, but not that kind of stressed.
Every day we'll get it done by today, and then at the end of the day we've got half of it
Yeah,
done what we
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to get done.
Yeah.
So we have to bust our ass.
Yeah.
In fact, when you came in for the podcast, we were like, we want to kill you. We have work to do. I was editing. He was
We
editing.
have to do the podcast.
I know it's our job. I get it.
Last week we didn't do it.
We're filming.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's how bad last week was. He said to me at the house, he said, well, I guess we're just going to blow off the podcast this week. And in my head, I thought, oh, we're going to take next week off. And then I realized that the week was over. And you meant the week we were in. And
It was
but
Friday.
It was Friday when you said
Yeah,
that. And I didn't realize it because we were shooting every day or
Yep.
getting ready or painting
Didn't even know what day
floors
it
or
was.
whatever. Yeah. And so that's how last week went. It was
And
pretty bad.
can we talk about for 1 second, not just about the cast, but the crew? Everybody worked their butt off. I mean, Jeremy on camera, Tommy was there. Stuntman Tommy just started grabbing, like he picked up the slate and it's so hard for me to direct and act and then make sure the jokes are funny at the same time. So you guys really jumped in and made sure it was okay. You were running stuff, acting in the thing. Then you were handling a promo. You were handling scheduling. It was crazy how good you were. You, my hand in your box.
Get out of my box.
Meh. Can't take compliments very well. So anyway, that's what we're doing, guys. Go to combustionlive.com, get those tickets, or titusreunion.eventbrite.com. Go get them now. They're
only $10, and we have had some donated, so not as many as we have had in the past. People want to keep this one all to themselves, but we have had some. So if you're having trouble, hit us up at tituscwi@gmail.com.
No, our government just decided to tell everybody. Our government shut shit down and was like, "We're not going to help you." By the way, fuck you. Our government went like, "Yeah." Here's what they
thanks.
did. They were gonna. So in May, the Democrats in the House, they passed a bill to basically continue the stimulus through
yeah.
Covid, right?
Yeah.
And McConnell and the douchebag in May they passed it. This is the second bill. McConnell and the douchebags, Matt Gaetz, who's a douchebag, obviously McConnell, a douchebag, Ted Cruz, douchebag, Marco Rubio, douchebag. It's like the four horsemen of the apocalypse. And they basically took vacation. They had a bill on the table. They offered a little bit of money. And
Nancy Pelosi called the House back.
Yeah. Oh, Nancy Pelosi said, "Guys, get back. We got to vote on this."
They're calling on him to call the Senate back, but
and Mitch McConnell's like,
Adjourned.
Boom. Me and my gums.
me and my.
This podcast brought to you today, speaking of gums, that has nothing to do with it. By
Start over.
Harry's.
Harry's, yes.
It's near the.
It
If
kind
you
of
have
is.
hairy gums, Harry's will help you shave those.
No.
Shave your gums.
I don't think anyone has hairy gums.
If
There
you
are
do,
some
that's a
things
problem.
that people have that are hairy that shouldn't be, but I don't
And
think.
because I have Harry's, they aren't.
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
that is not the ad we are doing.
Okay.
Here.
Sorry.
Eyebrows. You could
Let's-
do
let's
hairs
sort
on the
of-
eyebrows.
You should not shave your eyebrows
No?
either. You should
Just pencil them
shave
in?
things that should be shorn with Harry's.
And I do.
We're so tired. We're sorry.
We are tired. I don't think I've worked since you started here. We haven't worked this hard. You're always working hard, but
Harry's, so they cut out the middleman.
Let's start again. This podcast brought to you by Harry's. Harry's razors. Let me tell you, people. I'll say it again.
Oh, you know what? I just ordered more Harry's stuff.
Good.
Because we have to, and that's one of the things when I do my vacation checklist, I'm like, okay, do we have enough? Because you steer all the time. Total steer. And
I've had the same blade for 3 months. Guess who's burning them through on those long legs?
Okay.
And I'm
steer.
fine with that.
Oh, steel. Did you say steel or
yeah,
steer?
That's a thing. Steer. You got to steer that.
It's a thing.
Oh.
If you didn't know it's
Oh,
a thing.
oh,
It's a
okay.
couple's thing. You and Galopi have it, right?
Steering from each other?
No, you
Steering?
have something. You have stupid things you say to each other.
Oh.
Well, we've been saying this
Yeah.
on the podcast for years.
Steer.
It's probably not culturally appropriate at this point, but we do still say it.
Harry's razors. So, did you order new ones? Because I need a new one.
I ordered new ones, and I would like to announce, because you have biatched about it, I think last podcast we did, I ordered you Redwood body wash.
Yes! Harry's body wash. The shizzle.
I think I did. If I didn't, this is going to be a real letdown. But
Yeah,
I think
no.
I'm pretty sure I did. In my defense, I'm drunk. And so that's coming tomorrow. I ordered them. You can do overnight and second 2-day shipping and stuff to take on vacation.
Do you know what's interesting about it is that Harry's is that I know we've now been with them for 3 years. I just thought about how much money we've saved on blades. Because I used to buy them, even the ones at Costco are pricey.
We used to buy those at Costco.
They only come in the little packs and behind the glass.
We used
There's
to
like
buy it at
$30 for one.
Costco.
About that.
And we would
why are
get
they in
the
a
big
safe?
giant thing at Costco when we
and it was
first moved in
$55.
together. It was insane. And
Yeah.
we would go, I would use them maybe a week, probably not, and then need a new one. This one, they kind of broke it down, but you could save in 1 year by switching to Harry's enough to pay 6 months of your Netflix subscription. Everybody's kind of looking at how they can save money right now. So their blades are as low as $2 each, which is like a fraction of what those other ones cost.
That's why they're behind glass, because they're so expensive. Because
And
people are like,
people
I'm
were
gonna.
steer.
That's way too much
People
money.
steer,
Can't
and
afford
that's the
that.
problem.
Do you know what's really weird is that the blades don't need to be that expensive. But
Yeah.
Harry's has their own German factory. They have 5 blades. And they're awesome.
Sorry, I'm texting Grandma about the enchilada casserole.
Okay.
So you can get the whole trial set right now, which I have also gotten. You can go to harrys.com/Titus. Didn't you got it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. In that, you get the weighted ergonomic handle, the 5-blade razor, the rich lathering shave gel with aloe, which is awesome, and a travel blade cover, which is also awesome, especially, well, I used to travel a lot. And they
Back in the old
also
days.
are donating $1 million worth of shaving supplies to hospitals across the United States right now. And they also they do 1% of proceeds to nonprofits that help provide access to better mental health care for men and veterans. Kind of love that.
Yep.
So go there. You guys go check it out. They now have shampoo and conditioner. Their products are awesome. The minty face scrub stuff is awesome. They've got good stuff.
I like that stuff.
And you know what?
And the
It's
shavings.
actually really affordable. The body wash, I think for that giant thing, I want to say it was like $7 or something. It's
Yeah.
crazy. So anyway, go to harrys.com/Titus.
I'll be using it next week. Taking off the beard
For really?
with Harry's.
completely.
Yeah.
For vacation.
Yeah.
I
got time.
most
I can
people
just
go the other way.
I can. Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm confused.
I'm growing whatever this is
Are
out.
you going to see your lady?
Well, yeah, not next week, but
Oh,
They're set up.
soon.
When?
When is it going to be?
Have you planned it?
Yeah. After Ron Funches. After Ron Funches.
Oh
boy,
excited.
oh boy.
Is she coming here, or are you going?
We're
there?
gonna meet
In the
meet in the
middle.
middle.
That's nice.
In
Good.
lots
'Cause
of
then
ways.
You can,
No.
Hey, yes.
No.
Yes. High five.
No, don't high five him.
Non-social
Bam.
distance high five.
You guys looked super special
Right?
when you just did that.
He's my museum buddy.
He actually wound up and went.
He's my museum buddy.
Okay, well.
We're going to look at the elephant.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, poor Hope. That's all I have to say.
No.
Can I say this too?
Women like men with a sense of humor and are silly.
We do, for sure.
I mean, the guys that are trying to be too cool, aren't they just a pain in the ass?
Yes.
Yes, we don't want to be too cool.
That's what I dated
something wrong with that.
forever. The guys that were trying to be cool.
Were they cool though?
Yeah, pretty cool. I dated,
Like leather motorcycle.
they weren't funny. They weren't funny. At all.
Yeah, but can't you be funny and cool? Come on now.
I'm pretty
You're doing hot rods.
Oh, I
and
saw me in the special with the leather jacket.
leather jacket.
That's jacket's
cool.
badass. I
Yeah.
designed that one. Yeah, I'm pretty cool. Yeah, I rock something. I rock this. I'm the shiznitly.
Guys that are cool are exhausting. That's what I'll say.
It's women too. Women that are trying to
Because
be
they think that they're cool, and that's why it's just you can't manage that. You can't sustain that. And they think they're so cool, they usually end up cheating.
Super douchey, trying too
Super
hard.
douchey. Yeah, I don't.
But I have no self-esteem.
Yay!
So I'm loyal.
Yay!
That's something to look for. Look for in someone.
He
No
feels like
self-esteem.
He feels like a loser. He knows how good he has it. That's right, I do. I ain't going nowhere.
Perfect.
You're gonna have to cheat on me. Wait. Doesn't make any sense. Can I tell you one more thing about fasting? We figured out that if we convinced everybody to fast, it would crash the economy.
That's not what I was going to say. I was going to say something else. I was going to acknowledge someone else.
Me. No.
It's going to acknowledge Chris Brink and Jim and Alex.
Oh my God.
Alex is the one that is kicking cancer's ass, and we went to Tryon, North Carolina, and did a show really just for Alex.
Yep.
And Chris has yet again made this insane array of foods, and they're all labeled this time with the Titus logo, like hot pepper jelly for
We'll have
everyone.
them for the shoot.
Yeah, we're gonna have them that night. But it says an insane Thanksgiving condiment, like it's with the Titus logo.
And there's one that's wussy. There's like no.
There's
hot.
one that's not hot for wussies, and moonshine I got, and you got some
albums. I got a Richard Pryor album. So I started crying actually. So listen, to you people that we've met over the years, we know you're fans of whatever we do, and then like we end up becoming friends. I am super weirded out when people send me gifts because they're so nice, and I always think I'm not that nice. She sent me so Cosby got me into comedy when I was 5.
How do you know they were for you?
Because trust me, she knows. She knows exactly who those albums are for. Richard Pryor and Robin Williams, original albums, Reality What a Concept, which
sleeves.
Vinyl, which was my first album I ever bought with my own money.
Reality What a Concept?
Reality What a Concept. And Cosby made me think I might want to be a comedian. Robin Williams made me decide to be a comedian.
I can see Robin Williams in you in your early. It's 100%.
Oh, dude, we watched some of the video. We're
Did you see
we're gonna
it?
put that out.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my God.
It's so Robin. Even the way he stands with his arms down and his groin
And I'm
presented.
doing this all the time.
Right.
It's, oh my God! I'm like,
Just
oh,
like
let's do
that.
that. Come on.
Just
I'm
like that.
Oh, we watched it. And I was like, I just went, oh no.
But all comics and
Before you found
musicians
yours.
early on,
Yeah.
whoever they emulate, I'm sure I was like a baby Titus, and then I started talking about women and whatever. But yeah, it's really, I had never realized that before. But anyway,
I didn't.
I was
realize
trying
how-
to show him all the stuff she made. Because he saw the albums, and he actually had tears going down his face because of that.
So I don't know where my Reality What a Concept went. I don't know what happened to it. And it's the exact album I bought. Robin Williams, when he came on the scene, and I miss him so much, and I miss his comedy, that he started doing like 15 characters in 1 minute, and then he would do these crazy stories. And what happened was he changed comedy. Very few people, Lenny Bruce, George Carlin, Robin Williams, Pryor, changed comedy. They changed it. Like it switched gears. And Robin, it switched gears when Robin hit. And so he's my favorite of all time. And George Carlin is a very close second. Bill Cosby's 103rd now because of the raping.
He's not even on the list.
He's not on the list. That's why I only have a list of 100.
This podcast also brought to you by Liquid IV.
Yes, Liquid IV.
So check this out. Interesting.
We're taking some on the road, right?
I'm taking the whole Costco bag that we have to vacation.
Here's the
We
thing.
have to have it.
Because we've stopped drinking, rarely.
Yeah, it's going to hurt.
Yeah, this week's going to be, yeah.
So,
Hello, liver. Sorry.
hi, Papa.
All that fasting out the window.
Done. That's why we're
why I'm
trying
doing
to
it. I'm
ameliorate it.
And then
When you take a
Start
long
over.
trip in your car, you change the oil. So I changed the oil, and now we're going racing.
right.
Yeah. In more ways than one. So yes, my dad told me that lemons and limes were too expensive, and so he asked me to ship him some from our backyard, and so I sent him, and it cost $45 to ship. So
What do you say? Lemons
he
limes
wins.
were 40 cents a piece or something?
40 cents a piece at Walmart.
70s, be bitching about it. So she decides to send him. So we have
He
a bunch
wanted
of
'em.
lemons and limes. So we sent her a whole box. The box is like, besides the lemons and limes, it ended up being a buck of lime.
Oh my God! Is that because
More
of
than that.
we can't mail them or something because of
I
agriculture
didn't send
things?
them priority because I didn't have the
No.
box. But anyway, I put in a box of liquid IV in there, one of the ones that you order from the website. And because of his heart, his blood pressure is dropping a lot. And I'm always trying to tell him to stay hydrated because, your blood pressure drops more when you're dehydrated. He works out in his yard all day. And I told him, I said, you probably don't realize how dehydrated you are. He called me yesterday. He said, he had asked me, what do I do with this thing? And so I told him, he called me after and he said, that thing made a huge difference. Yeah. He said, I came in, I always feel tired. I always feel sluggish. And he said, and I drank a whole bottle of water with that in it. And he said, and then like 15 minutes, I noticed a huge difference.
It makes the water taste better, but all the electrolytes it gives you, it cranks it up. And here's what I like about liquid IV more than anything is when I'm fasting, back to fasting, to replace some of the electrolytes I'm losing, I'll have one pack a day. That'll be my only ingesting of any kind of food. Does that still count? Did I break my fat? I did. I broke it technically. I've just replaced some electrolytes. And
I don't
salt
know. I
and
have to
salt
look
and
at
stuff.
it.
You are.
Maybe not. If it's
Damn you!
negligible, it might not. It might not. If it hits
it's
your
negligible.
if
It helps
maybe
with fatigue. Most people don't know that they're dehydrated. You just think, oh, I always feel sluggish in the afternoon, or I'm tired, or I'm feeling
Like
kind
now.
of down, or and this will make a massive difference. And I love that now my dad's hooked. So now my sister, my brother, my dad are all hooked. But yes, I am taking
and your husband
to the beach house. Yes, but you're an extension of me.
Aww.
Yeah. Just the two of us.
You're an extension of me.
Just the two of us. You and I. Anyway, so you guys right now should try this. We've gotten several emails from you about it. It's now available nationwide at Costco. We have also gotten it there. That's the bag I'm taking because it's huge. You can get 25% off if you go to liquidiv.com and use code Titus at checkout. That's 25% off anything. They now have sleep packets that they sent us that are lavender flavored. Those are awesome.
Yep.
They
Energy too.
work.
Also the energy with the
They
green
have
stuff.
the energy multiplier, the green tea one. Yeah, you guys just go on the website, check it out. 25% off anything you order when you use promo code Titus at liquidiv.com. Start fueling your adventures today. Liquidiv.com.
Hangovers won't last as long.
Promo code Titus. Or you won't get them, which is how we were using it at the beach house last year with my
It's
brother.
like preventative, yeah.
Well, we would go
Night
to sleep
before.
after
Yeah.
playing cards with Grandma.
It's at 2 a.m.
We've been drinking since 3 o'clock on the beach, and then we sit down and play cards, continue to drink. 2 in the morning, I'd pound 2 bottles, pack any bottle. I wake up next morning, okay.
Huh. It's dangerous.
Yeah, that's
My
what my
liver was on
brother
the-
said.
My liver was on the balcony going, I'm done, I'm done.
I'm glad you feel great.
Yeah, good. Oh, you feel
That's
great.
exactly what my brother would say. This is dangerous. I could see this
You
could
need-
be a
you need
problem.
hangovers
He would
as a
be
deterrent.
like, he'd hold up a bottle of scotch and go, do you see how much I drank last night? There's this much left. And he goes, I feel fine. I got up at 7
Oh,
a.m.
man.
with my son. Yeah. Oh, he'd be fine.
Your results may vary.
Yeah, not guaranteed by liquidiv.com.
At all. At all. It's just,
This is our personal
This is the-
experience.
This is the fine print.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially right now, as hot as it is, it's 130 in California today. Gavin Newsom
What?
was on TV going, help.
Gavin Newsom.
Check this out. I pulled this up as a news story. California, and then he's also talking about COVID, and then he's also talking about we are having random lightning strikes in the middle of the craziest heat wave we've ever had.
Yep.
We have been hit by 10,849 lightning strikes, and we currently have 367 fires as thousands flee. Homes are being burned in the Bay Area.
And
That's over the last 72 hours, those 10,000 and something lightning
our
strikes.
president has said, because we're a Democratic state and don't vote for him, that he has cut off funding and emergency help to us.
And we should have raked the forest.
Yeah, we should have raked the forest. We are. It's pretty bad when your governor walks to the mic at a press conference and goes, "Hey guys, we're fucked." And that is,
He kind of had that look.
I'm going to take questions now.
Actually, no, I'm not.
Yeah, on second thought, nothing I can answer. I don't even know what to say.
Flames behind him.
He's just holding a bottle of scotch. He's got a full bottle. Gavin Newsom. His hair is which he's never disheveled.
No,
And
he's not. He's looking a little worse for wear, I would say.
Well, California is the 5th largest economy in the world. You're not running a state.
It's like its own country.
You know, in Montana, it's like 40 people. They all show up to the meeting.
Right.
You know,
This is
Our homeless problem here is out of control. And it's a big city. I've always seen homelessness here. Under this administration, here we are at the end of it. In the last 4 years, think about how that has multiplied here. It used to be relegated to downtown. Now it is, even in this area, the area that we live, Studio City area, you didn't see it there. But now it is
There's
under
camps
the
everywhere
overpass.
now.
It is as far as you can see everywhere, all in the last 4 years.
it's slowly turning into District 9. There was outside the business Costco down the street. It's turned into this. It's starting to look like a junkyard. It's just this weird pile up of shit, and a lot of tarps and
a lot of tents.
And,
Where do they get these tents?
And it's weird though. People think. Okay, here's what bothers me about it, and this is why I cannot believe that the right seems to be so heartless. Nobody wants to live like that. No. Nobody's like, man, if I don't have to have a job and I can live under a tarp,
I really like camping
outside of a Costco and get rousted by cops. Woo! I'm in. I'm ready. I like camping on the street. Oh, and if I could breathe exhaust all day,
Ooh, delicious.
because of the way the economy is set up right now, because we are such an income disparity. In the 50s and 60s, it was like this, and that's why that's why we thrived. Now it's like this. Since Reagan, we have slowly cut all the taxes and everything, and so it's just we're fucked. Yeah. And we've made it so businesses can pay what they want. They won't even. They used to set a minimum wage based on the economy. They don't do that anymore. Like you. I mean, you work for us. I pay you well. I pay you well, right?
Yeah.
Not well enough. I get it. But we're in COVID right now. You son of a bitch.
We're unemployed. Help us.
I gave him a little bump yesterday. Boom, you go, boom.
Get yourself something nice.
And he was like, "Yeah, that's what I said. Hey, listen, this between me and you. Do this."
Shook my hand with it.
Do you know what else I noticed? I also noticed
said boom
trash in the streets, like not even in these homeless areas.
I noticed this today.
I noticed things falling into disrepair. Things are dirty. I was at that Chandler post office yesterday picking up that box, and it was frightening. And everywhere I turn and drive, even in what used to be nice areas, you guys got to stop and look at where you live, and then think back to 5 years ago, and you can probably see a marked difference. It's pretty terrifying, and that's what it is. It's the income disparity is growing.
And you can see the people. There's there's a lot of new homeless here.
Oh,
like they don't look that bad.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's got that's kind of a newish outfit.
Fairly well dressed.
Yeah. Looks
I
okay.
thought that exact thing yesterday.
Like, oh shit.
A lot more young people too. I noticed than before. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot more. Well,
even inside of this pandemic, people lost their assistance in that extra bump, and so that was, as of 3 Fridays ago, was when people were being evicted.
Yep.
And the government all went on vacation.
Yeah, because they're fine. They're fine.
So some of these people are new people, you know?
Mitch McConnell is worth $26 million. Nancy Pelosi is worth $50 million. I have to be honest. We have to start setting new rules. We need term limits for our dudes, because you shouldn't be able. Oh, and there's a new law that they passed. Also, I think you don't get to pass laws for you. How about that?
That
can we
makes
make
me
that?
crazy.
You don't get to pass a law that you can insider trade. Okay. By the way, so any law you pass, if it's going to help this company, you can invest in that company legally.
Yeah.
Even the guys that did it this year out in the open, they couldn't do anything to them. And oh, by the way, we're gonna vote ourselves a raise. Can we all get on in on that? Can we all get on that?
You know,
and then they have like their own health insurance that's
what Aunt Kathy said. She said that, and I agree with that. They shouldn't get different health care than we get. They should have to have the same health care that we have.
But that's going to take a revolution.
And why do they get paid for life? You know,
forever. You get to keep your salary once you're in Congress. If you're in one term, you get to keep your salary for life. You get.
I guess that's what happens when you have a job where you make the rules. If you make the rules, you make them for yourself.
Except if you're a small business owner, and then you just have to do everything, and it's hard.
I lost part of my thumb. They took my thumb, Charlie. I lost part of my thumb building the sets. I did. I'm not, guys. I don't mean I cut my thumb. I mean,
it's not a figure of speech.
There's a chunk of my thumb missing.
I lost all hope and optimism.
See, I lost a big chunk of that too.
Lost a chunk of my brain.
Although, if you have seen the flashbacks that Hylinder put together, I wrote them funny, but they ain't gonna work unless this dude, people, the green screen stuff we did. Here's how good it was. Fetus, who's Dennis, who's invented Dennis. Fetus came in, looked at what Hylinder did, and went, where'd you guys shoot that? Wait, that's not green screen, is it? He did some stuff that it's going to trip you guys out. I can't wait. You guys got to see the show. It's going to be so good.
Poop transplant cures man's drunkenness disease.
And now, from sea to shining sea, continent to continent, and sometimes toilets, it's Bombshell Ray with the Bombshell News. Say it again. Poop what?
Poop transplant?
Poop transplant cures man's drunkenness disease. A man was feeling drunk even though he didn't drink any alcohol. The 47-year-old man had what's called gut fermentation syndrome, also known as auto-brewery syndrome, ABS. This rare condition involves excess fungal growth in the gut, which feeds on carbohydrates and then fuels ethanol production. Oftentimes, ABS is linked to an excessive amount of yeast in the gut.
So he was hammered all the time.
He's got his own microbrewery going on.
Exactly.
He's like,
and by the way, we've bottled his guts.
And
millennials.
Is that nasty?
Millennials they love this dude.
He was.
Hey, you want some of Phil? Phil is awesome.
The intoxication was
Poop
chronic.
transplant.
He even lost his driving license after a random police check.
what is the transplant? I don't understand.
So wait a
Clinicians tried everything, so they looked
he
into
he would actually test. He would test.
drunk. He's
Yes.
producing ethanol.
And he's like, I didn't drink. I drew nothing. Watch. I gotta, listen, I'm on my way to do a poop transplant. Get in the car. You're on your way to a what? Poop transplant. I got poop in my gut.
Fecal microbiota
Fecal?
transplantation. In other words, poop transplant.
He's the one guy Liquid IV doesn't work with.
Exactly. Bacteria in the feces was transferred into his small intestine. The transplant came from his 22-year-old daughter.
Wow, that is closeness.
You know, there's the one thing your daughter can walk up to you and go, hey, Dad, eat shit.
You know how you're always up my
And
ass?
he's like,
Well,
"Thank you."
well, now I need you really up there.
You win that one.
He
You win that
always
round.
will win a
I
good
bow
pun.
to you, sir. That was nice. I bow to you. Your poop joke outdid my poop joke. Good job.
Anyway, it worked. He's doing better.
Good, and he's
Oh.
not drunk all the time anymore.
I
But his
love
breath
this.
smells like shit.
Did you guys see the California firefighters in Ventura County that the bull got loose, and so they were
What?
trying to avoid the bull while they were fighting the
No,
fire?
what happened?
It's amazing. A bull got very territorial. They were trying. It's the lake fire. There's so many of them. How would you know? The bull started charging the firefighters. His name is Ferdinand.
Ain't this a bitch? Like, ain't this a bitch? You're a firefighter. All right, guys, we're all going. We're going to put our lives on the line. There's 30-foot flames. It's burning across the thing. We got to save these homes. And then,
Out comes a badass
yeah, you're like, oh, what
horns.
There's no training for this. Cops are on the fence. Hey, go for that. Yeah, right there. You need a gun? Oh, I have it. You run.
That fucker started the fire.
Yeah.
He's like an arsonist bull.
The bull's got a torch.
Little demon bull. It's an actual devil.
I know. Bull as Dennis. I know. I know you want me to do a bull as Dennis.
Go ahead.
Not doing it.
All right.
It's hard to do.
We have to end there. That was too good. That was amazing. Go ahead, we can say goodbye, so I can do the Armageddon update and get back to hell.
It's not hell.
It's hell.
It's hell, but we're creating heaven.
Can I just tell a little? Here's my news story for the day.
Yeah.
And I do feel a little bit guilty. Not so much guilty, but a little bit guilty.
You never feel guilty.
You're right. So a girl emailed yesterday and said, "I don't want to upset Rachel,
Is the subject line?
but I can't figure this out." And so, because I guess I have an issue with stupid people because they ruin everything. Shirt coming soon. So I sent an email through Eventbrite to all Titus Livestream Reunion purchasers that said, if you purchased an add-on,
Right.
on the ticketing page now, understand that it says add-ons, and underneath are listed shirts, signed script, VIP. Okay, they're actually separated, called add-ons. If you purchased an add-on, please send your address to tituscwi@gmail.com. Also understand that they were asked to do that when they bought this stuff. How can I ship it to you if you don't give me your
Were you
shipping
not
address?
talking about their email address? Send you my email
She said-
address?
well,
If you bought an
I
add-on,
can send you my email address. Would that work?
That's what they did.
That's what they did.
From
dude.
their email.
They actually go
From their email. They sent their email.
with their email that they sent the email with.
So I got hundreds of emails.
Pure, isn't it?
I got hundreds of emails with just an email address in it, even though it came from the email.
They're like, hey, dummy, I hit reply. It's right there. You already have it.
No, they resent it. They copied it and pasted their email address in their email.
And they didn't buy an add-on. So.
And by the way, we love you, and that's why we're making fun of you.
We love you, and I'm banging my head off the
that's what my
table.
dad used to
Yesterday,
say.
I just told him I just can't anymore.
So I laughed so hard in the kitchen because she's just so exasperated. Also, guys, it's okay. Figure out your time zone. It's gonna air 6 o'clock on the West Coast, which means it'll air at 9 o'clock on the East Coast, right? Or 10 o'clock. It's 3 hours, not 4 hours.
But what address is it going to be at?
And do I have to print my ticket? Because I don't have a printer, and the show's about to start.
I'll send you my time zone. Will that help?
Someone did that once, but they go. It's 6 o'clock and it hasn't started yet. Yeah, because you're in New Jersey.
Or what about the lady? I bought the 9 p.m. Eastern show, and this ticket says 6 p.m. Pacific. I did not buy that show. I wanted the 9 p.m. Eastern.
There's only one show.
It's live. It's live. It's called a live stream. Knock it off.
He's happy.
He is happy. All right, we can go
Are you
now.
laughing?
I just
All right,
needed
guys,
to get that out.
Guys, do me a favor. Please get tickets to the show. During COVID, we can't work, so we're working hard to make you still entertain you guys, and you guys can't go out because, hey, we could all die. So go to ChristopherTitus.com, get the tickets to that. This is Groucho, by the way. He's telling you to do it. If you want to get DVDs or anything I've ever done, you can go to ChristopherTitus.com. But because what's going on in the country, we're going to put up Armageddon again on YouTube. We're going to put it up on my website, Christopher Titus TV. Please subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Titus Nation. Follow her at Ray Bradley. Hylinder, did you pick it yet? Did you do a Hylinder one?
A Highlander one?
He's
I'm going to.
The something report.
I'm going to.
Or
The
something.
Willing Bureau.
That's
the
it.
band name.
I thought it was a report.
Or you can go hashtag Traveling Wilburys to get a hold of the Highlander and possibly Jeff Lynne. Line. Thank you guys for listening and watching the Titus podcast. For myself, did we forget anything?
I don't think so.
For myself, the lovely Bombshell Ray on the Highlander. Later.
Peace out.
There can be only two.
Aw, yay!
Yay! Poochie, Poochie, yay! Bye, guys.